Christy.
I'm Jessica.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're also professors in China,
Yeah.
and like, when you're a professor there, do you allow your students to work in small groups, or like, do you have like them do individual work?
Okay, so generally speaking, we all have our lectures
Yeah.
to usually a big class. So for us, we can see that the general size of the class is usually maybe 40. For the small class, 40, and we also have some big classes. The number of students should be sometimes as many as 80 or more. Yeah, that's a big lecture.
Yeah, big lecture.
Yeah,
Yes.
big lecture.
Actually, we have two class types. One
Yeah.
is mostly for lectures. In this is a big class, as
Yeah.
Christy told you. It's about the number of students is over 70.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in this class, mostly teachers tell them what to do, give the lectures, and the students have very little chance to participate. But
To speak out. Yeah.
we have another
Yeah.
class type, that is the small class, about 30 to 40 students in one class. In this class, students will be involved in the discussion, in role play, to practice their spoken English.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is a kind of listening and speaking type. And the
Okay.
bigger class is usually reading and writing. Yeah,
And
so
culture.
different types.
And culture
Yeah,
lessons.
yeah, something like
Cool.
that. Mhm.
Do you feel like there's a lot more pressure for the students in China than there are here in America? Like to do better, like, I don't know, like work-wise, or do you guys give more work in China than the professors do here? Like, is it different or is it the same?
Okay.
Okay, how to say that? Because in China there is a worldwide exam for the college students. Yes, it is a band 4 and a band 6.
A national
Yes,
test.
a national
Kind
test
of
for
national
the
test.
students.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for their college students' English proficiency, so they have to. You can say that they aim to have to pass that kind of test. Yeah. So they have this kind of pressure. But I think in the classroom in the United States, you may have different kind of pressure because when your teacher assign you the readings or some other works, then when you come back to the classroom, you have to ask some good questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You have to pay more. How to say that the teachers value more about the class activity, class involvement. Yeah, I think that's the difference. It doesn't mean that we don't value the class activity, but you know that the Chinese youngsters in our cultural environment, they are not so how to say that, they're not so willing to speak.
Okay.
Oh, that is the way they are raised up.
Uh-huh.
When they go through elementary, junior or senior high school, they will maybe they are not actually encouraged to speak out their minds, and I think it's a kind of a cultural things. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Do you enjoy being a professor? Like, do you enjoy teaching the students, or is it difficult at times?
For me, I like the small class teaching. And I enjoy that. But for the big class, I think it just is one act play for me. I don't think highly much of this big class, big
Yeah.
over 70 students. I don't like this teaching environment. But we have to take the population into consideration. So I think maybe the small class and the big class is also maybe a balanced choice for us.
Yeah, and for me, I think that in a way I enjoy how to say that sometimes I talk about all my knowledge or my idea about certain topic theme, and I enjoy being appreciated by my students, but there are also a lot of difficulties. So one thing is that how can you attract their interest? Yeah, how can you make them focused on your speaking or on your lecture? Yeah, that's one thing. Another thing is that um, how can you make them speak out? Maybe they have something in mind. How can you make them speak out what they feel or what they think about on the topic, and how, yeah, and that's we can say that a way. I think sorry. I think it's something difficult to encourage them to speak out.
Yeah.
Yes, very difficult. And the last thing is that you know that some of the, we can say that materials are quite difficult for them, so they will they some for some students they will quite easily to be discouraged. Now how can you make them how to say that work harder?
Yeah.
Yeah, work harder to achieve the better result. I think that's quite difficult.
Yeah.
Okay. But generally, I enjoy being a teacher there.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Have you enjoyed, like, have you been to the United States before coming here? Like, before?
Yes. Before this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long were you here before that? Did you just come visit, or do you stay a couple months?
Yeah. So
Last time is 2 years ago. Also, I came to this university for a short time visiting, only 1 month.
Okay. That's fun.
yeah, for me, I went to California to visit my husband there. He was at that time he was a visiting scholar there, and we traveled together around from West